If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get forward a hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Rick Flair like, woo! That Rick Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Rick Flair like, woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo!
Neal's trashed.
Okay, welcome. Oh, why don't you start it?
You have reached Goblin Ogre. We're live from the Great Canadian Comedy Festival and Party.
The party in that sign is kind of disappearing Where's Waldo-ish into that. But otherwise, we're going to try to get on a couple of guests who were just on the comedy show. The comedy show just finished. We have Rick Fink on.
Can I just say, it's Rick Fink Jr.?
Rick Fink Jr.
One of the things about being a comic is no one ever gets your name right. It's like Rich Fink, Dick Fink, which sounds like a sexually transmitted disease. It's like, I always have to come up. It's Rick Fink Jr.
Rick Fink Jr.
Yeah, sorry.
Your dad being Rick Fink Sr.
Yeah, not nearly as funny as me, yeah.
Is your dad not funny?
He's all right, you get older, you really lean into dad jokes.
Yeah. But what, do you think he was funny when you were a kid?
My friends did. My friends got a kick out of him. They come over and I'm just rolling eyes, but it's the same jokes, But I've heard this set 100 times. Every time someone comes over, it's like, hey. It's like, when I was a kid, back in the day, this is probably not appropriate.
Yeah.
To answer the phone, back in the day when you had landlines, someone calls the house asking for Rick. And, my dad is like, it's a girl. I'm 16, right?
Yeah.
He answers the phone, hi. And it's like, hi, is Rick there? And he'd be like, you want Rick, Big Rick, or Little Rick?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that flies anymore today. I mean, it's kind of funny, but...
Oh, because he's suggesting the size of his penis?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, there's an innuendo there, I think.
Yeah.
But do you think we have to resort to dad jokes as we get older because we're trying to be softer, but we don't know how, so we're lame about it?
Yes.
We can't be as fucking grotesque as, we probably would have normally been growing up and got the laughs, but now we're corny because we're, trying to soften ourselves up, and
I think being corny
maybe that's wrong
is a
to do.
part
I think you have to hide your power. I think that's a big lesson of maturity.
Because if you display your power too hard, it's threatening.
You have to, you have to be. You can't be yourself and succeed unless you want to do trades or whatever. If you're in an office environment, Lee, you work in an office, you know this. You have to kind of hide. You do have to be a little.
I'm always hiding, dude. I don't talk at work.
Yeah, you should.
And I'm the asshole at my job because I don't talk. Because I don't say anything.
Are you in a cube?
No, it's kind of more open.
Yeah.
But I'm always got my head down. I don't say good morning.
No,
Anyone that says hi to me, I've gotten fired before for talking.
No.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. I notice when I start talking, I get comfortable.
Yeah.
I end up saying shit that's confrontational. I get too comfortable, and then I get let go because I'm a jackass to work with.
Lee,
so I have to be quiet.
You can't do the dad jokes. You just have to stay silent.
I have to stay completely silent.
You just have to be a strong, silent dad.
Yeah.
Just don't say anything.
Don't say shit.
Unless you can do the dad jokes, but I don't think you can really.
Let me start. I'm curious about this because I get this.
Safe.
Later, dare.
You go 0 to 100.
Do you have to dash off, or do you want to be on the pod for a bit?
What's that?
You go 0 to 100 pretty quick. Thank you.
We have another
kind of,
yeah. I was told that the other day. I thought that was funny.
Safe. Good job, man.
Do you say things where you're like, I know this is socially probably not kosher, but I don't care?
Grab Neal.
Do you like
grab
to
Neal.
push the
Neal.
limit a little bit? The line. See what the boundary is?
I think sometimes when you get a second or two to hear what you're about to say is when you kind of avoid saying it, especially in a certain setting.
But sometimes, the filter.
Yeah, but sometimes when you're kind of forced to immediately respond is when you fuck up.
Yeah.
I always feel like you have to. Neal, how are you doing after today's performance? Are you okay?
I'm glad it all came together. We pulled off putting together a small comedy festival, and in the future we will grow.
It was a disaster. I don't know what you saw.
It was a disaster.
This was a complete failure, Neal. I don't know.
He's joking. He's teasing you. He's
I
whipping you.
agree until that 10th comic came up and he crushed it from Medfield, Mass.
Yes, that's right.
Dude's hung like a Clydesdale, from what I've heard.
So tell the truth. Okay, so you're from Medfield, Massachusetts,
Sure.
meaning you're U.S. comic.
Yeah.
The question is, how did you hear about the show? And then 2, what were you thinking before? And 3, what are you thinking now?
Yeah. Okay, so I just saw like a posting on
Could you
one of
check
our like
if his
Facebook
big head
things,
is
so I
blocking
applied,
him
and that's why
completely?
I'm here.
Yeah. You saw the post.
Yeah. So I applied to it. I sent in a tape, and the comedy god said this guy's worthy, so I'm here. Now the things I thought Canada was 99.9% white.
Sure.
Our audience was 45% white. I was magically.
Toronto's
Very
a diverse
disappointed.
city.
I was not disappointed. I love it. I come from a town. It's all white. It's just jobless white women because they're supported by
What is
their
that town
husbands.
called? Paradise?
No. You would.
He
think,
loves
you would
his
think-
white women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is to be living in a town with unemployed, wealthy white women that have nothing to do.
Oh,
except
they're
tell you
wealthy.
how to live your life and what you should do. That's where I live.
It's kind of hot.
So, yeah, and there's always preaching the diversity, and we don't have it, But
Yeah.
when I come here, I fucking love it. There was like so many. There's more black people in this room tonight than there is in my whole town of 13,000 people.
Than what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
right?
If there was any more, I probably would have like.
Not your preference.
I
Yeah.
would've
No,
sat
I
by
get
the
it.
exit.
I would have
yeah.
had a
Austin.
stomach ache or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
feel good. No, I love that. The other thing I noticed about Canada, I thought you guys like hockey here. I'm in the green room. We're
Yeah, yeah.
watching WNBA and baseball. Baseball, I get it. There's a game across the street. The
We have
Blue
a
Jays.
team. Yeah,
but
yeah.
fucking WNBA. There's like you guys actually have teams in the playoffs this year. No
Yes.
offense, Canada.
So
You have a chance of getting the Stanley Cup back, and no one cares.
I'd rather stare at arcade screens before you pay to play them
Yeah.
than watch the WNBA. Just watch the looping over of Blanca versus Honda.
So, to be fair, I have no idea if there's a game playing right now that people could be watching, but generally, WNBA is not doing better than hockey. But also, my third point is Toronto is a different city. Hockey is still probably the number one sport,
Yep.
but like the NBA does very well here, not the WNBA.
Yeah,
I don't know
the
what's
Raptors
going
are
on.
fucking crushing it.
I don't know. I don't watch basketball really.
Yeah, as a Celtics fan, I'm really worried about them.
Yes.
These are the jokes, people. Celtics are awesome. They've only won like a
I think
billion
Drake ruined the Raptors for me.
Yeah.
Like, I probably could have been into them, but because he attached himself so much,
so much to that
he leached
franchise.
onto it so much. I'm like, well, Drake's a fag. He's a
But now
pedophile.
But now he doesn't go to the game.
And you know what? So are Velociraptors.
Velociraptors are
Yeah.
very
You
cool
saw the
chickens.
documentary too.
I did, yeah.
Wait till you see Jurassic Park 6.
That's how they learn to open
Come
those
out.
doors.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get in and fucking rape somebody.
That's
Neal,
really how the.
This is the face of success. Neil is
Oh my God,
slaughtered
Neil is-
right now.
Neil is. What's going on in your head, Neil, right
Yeah.
now?
Besides a lot of
I'm
alcohol.
okay.
You're okay. You're just.
What I'm saying.
Are you? And wink at me if you don't want to say it on camera. Are you sauced right now?
What does it mean, sauce?
Sauced is like drunk.
Oh yeah, I'm drunk. But it's okay. I'm still a nice
No, you're
person.
celebrating.
It's a
I'm
bar.
not vomiting on people or anything, so I'm okay.
That's
That would be
true.
rude, yes.
yeah, no, I'm okay.
All right. How did you feel about your first day of the festival?
It was really good. It worked out really well.
It did check
You
off
know,
a lot of things
the
you promised.
The main thing is, everyone had a good time, and that's all I care about. Did you have a good time, sir?
I had a great time, Neil. Thank
That's
you.
what matters to me.
It's my first time coming to Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing is, I was told by my friends back in the States, you're going to like Toronto. It's bigger than you think. And this is giving off some New York City vibes, to be honest. You've got, like, right out here, this. If I was, like, blindfolded and you took my blindfold off for 2 seconds and put it back on and said, where do you think you are? I might say Chicago or New York. I wouldn't know exactly where in the city, but I'd get the vibe. You know?
I've heard Chicago too. There is that. There's also the city's way bigger than I think honestly it should be.
Yeah.
So even if you're in like the downtown area and most people just kind of hang out here,
Yeah.
but there's like the east end of the city and the west end of the city, and that looks completely different.
I noticed
Nothing-
flying in, there was like 2 croppings of sky rises. So that's still all Toronto.
Even flying in, you flew in at the major airport Pearson, right?
Yeah.
Like you didn't fly into downtown area.
No.
You took a car. Yeah, so that's the west end of the city.
Okay.
And that's like Actually, not far from the airport. It's just a fucking bad area where.
I was an hour drive from the airport during rush hour.
Yeah. No, it's
$70.
really bad.
Now he's referring to the downtown and
$3 American.
Midtown, right?
Yeah.
The
Maybe Midtown.
The two clusters of skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's like a downtown here, and then there's an uptown that's like, I guess the Jewish uptown. Like where like Absolute is.
Oh, I try to avoid that area.
What Midtown?
Yes.
But there's like two like sets of like skyscrapers in that. If you look at it from a plane, there's like two clusters of like downtown area.
So where's the cooler part of? It must be a one or the other, right? Like.
It depends what you want to do. Like if you want to be in a cool, definitely not the West End. And I was born in the West End.
Yeah.
But you don't go there like hang out. There's probably great food over there.
Yeah.
But it's mostly residential.
Okay.
And there's, depending on the area, people get stabbed over there.
No shit.
You know?
Really? Toronto crime doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Canada crime doesn't. I saw a documentary. It was like this guy Roger Moore. Are you familiar with him? He does like.
But our crime isn't really cool crime. It's like third world country crime.
Yeah.
Well, because we got a lot of dirty immigrants here, so like they'll do
dirty Americans.
No, just like
Dirty.
Indians,
Take
like you
'em.
like Neal's people.
Terrible thing to say.
Neal, are you
But
gonna
it's
defend
true.
yourself?
No, it's
There are
also
people-
Somalis. To
There's
be fair.
Somalians, yes.
They do a lot of the
My people are not
crime.
committing any crimes against you. I assure you of that.
They're doing
I don't
different.
have enough for them to take, so
My family's not engaged in.
He's a poor,
anything
dirty-
against you.
yeah.
They lean
Well,
more into
immigrant.
the customer service sector right there, right?
Yeah, or they steal cars.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
car
I
theft
like this
is
guy.
car
This guy-
theft is huge.
Dude, pump it. You should be up on that stage.
I'm done.
No, earlier.
Are you done?
I think so.
You think he's
You know what I like about it is like when
stand up.
we're all done.
We're all finished.
We were just talking. I was like, you go to 0 to 100 pretty quick, right? Like that. You were saying, you were talking about that internal filter people
Yeah,
have.
I think I need
like
an
you want to
extra
say
second.
something, it's locked and loaded, it's in the chamber, right? But then the normal person has a voice that says, "Hey, pull back on that one," right? But people like you and me, I don't think we have that. Or we do, but we
it's
just say,
reactive. It's reactive.
Yeah.
It's just like you go. Well, because you're almost afraid to look stupid, like while you're trying to think, because you want to go like, huh? What did that person say to me? You want to go like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that? Like, what does that mean? Like, you want to
Right.
be reactive so you don't look dumb.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm not tough or scary. I'm
So it
just
doesn't matter what comes
afraid
out
to
of
look
your mouth.
stupid.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. No.
silence equals stupid, so I must say something,
I
even
say
if it's
something
stupid.
immediately go like, what the? If it bothers me.
Uh-huh.
If it doesn't bother you, it's like whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, that flies over
Yeah.
your head. But if something annoys you, you go like, well, I don't want to think too much about this because it already got me going.
Talking about annoying things, can I ask
Yeah.
a question about?
Go ahead.
Do you guys in Canada have that commercial on the radio for 1-877 Cars for Kids?
Yeah.
You do have it?
Yeah. Or maybe I just watch American TV and I've seen it, but I know what you're referencing. Yeah.
That's the fucking most annoying thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind the message. It's like charity for kids, but the delivery system with that song, with the pedophile singing with the little boy, it sounds like it's horrible, right?
In Canada, what we had was Neal's constant posting of his festival.
Okay,
That's what we had here.
I love you guys have a good relationship here, right? How far do you guys go back?
Well, we
Couple years.
Okay.
couple of years, and we've interviewed him when he first announced the festival.
Yeah.
And then we interviewed him 2 weeks ago or something like that, or last week. 2 weeks ago
Last
because it
week
was
I took an
approaching.
Uber to see you, and you didn't even show up. But,
First of all, that wasn't last week. That was 2 days ago.
Okay, whatever.
or 3 days ago.
Or 9
This
pints
is
ago.
all admissible in court, by the way. Because this would be joint venture.
You're right, you're right.
He's to be. Why I still
Let's be
feel
real
better.
about this festival. Everyone has said this festival is a scam.
Yes.
And whether you take what people say online or not seriously, me,
I believe
Lee, and
everything.
Daniel are also going along with this
yes.
scam.
Yes.
So actually,
It's not a scam.
no, it isn't.
You know
But
what?
if it
I
was,
enjoyed
would
thoroughly
be
being
responsible.
I thoroughly enjoyed.
This was
being
the funnest
I wish
scam.
I wish I'd signed up.
Good.
It was a good
yeah.
scam.
I regret not signing up.
I'm
I
not
will say
trying
that.
to scam anyone.
Okay. Here's my.
I know you're not, but you know what I mean.
Most scams usually leave me like kind of broke.
We have
and
to
with
address
an achy
it
asshole.
because
I don't know why I had to give
How much
my.
did
I love
this cost in
prostitutes, too.
U.S. dollars for you?
How much did this cost me?
In U.S. dollars.
In US, oh yeah, you know what? The application fee was $25, and I paid you in
US.
American currency.
So $17, $18 U.S.
No, it's probably
No,
30.
he's saying he paid you in American.
I paid
so it's
now.
25.
25
I
American.
yeah.
So he's saying,
did I
you-
overpay? I want
you
some.
Didn't pay. You didn't pay me in the U.S. We only accept Canadian funds. So your bank would have transferred it on your
Okay.
behalf.
okay.
All right.
So take
He
it up with
ripped
your
you
bank.
off,
I'll check with my my accountant
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my manager.
Take his nuts jersey.
The
He
bank
loves
is,
that thing.
No, I know he does.
Take his
Do
nuts
you sell
jersey.
these?
I'll take a nuts jersey.
Not yet, but it's a cool
Neil, talk into the
idea.
mic though while you say that.
Yeah,
It's a cool idea
You
to
should-
sell nuts jerseys. People
I think
always
you
tell
should be
me they
selling
love
some
my
merch.
shirts.
Yeah, I think
a
you
great
should be.
Canadian Comedy
these
Festival
jerseys-
T-shirt and a professional photographer.
He's right.
So comics can go home with their headshots on
That's
the
what I
stage
would say,
at Yuck
yeah.
Yucks. You can still have time to do it.
Yeah.
All right,
You know,
we'll
it's
set
200.
it up,
Get a guy
yeah.
$200. You could even say, hey, comic. You know, can I scam you for another $5? And I'd be like, absolutely. Here's American $5. And then
I like
you
how
give me a
Neil so
blurry
badly
shot.
wants to get away from the scam word. He's like, I'm not scamming.
No, but here's the thing. I'm going to defend him. Every new festival gets that raised eyebrow. What's the intention? Is this a
No, but
money
Neil,
grab?
you need to embrace the scammer thing. Now that we know
Call
you're
it-
not, just keep making it all your like shows half
great-
scammy.
call
Make
it
it seem scammy, and it'll be funny.
man, no.
Come
No, no,
on,
no.
be
It's-
scammy.
I
I have,
do our
I have an
best.
actual question.
Create opportunities for comedians. We want to do our best to create opportunities for comedians.
Sure.
As well as we want to make some money. Because at the end of the day, I need to
Let
make a
him
living
cook.
too.
Neil's ad is on repeat. I love it.
No, I have a question for our American colleague over here.
Yes.
Mr. Jr.
He's never going to break character.
Yes,
No,
at
no,
some point.
he's holding on.
He's not
And
going
choke
to
somebody.
break character.
Basically, what I want to know is, and I'll give you a little insight, is Toronto has a great comedy scene, but there's like a Facebook group.
But there's a
always
lack
been,
of really good comics.
That's right. Yeah.
It's a great scene, but very void of talent.
It's a breeding area.
It's a breeding area
development.
for hacks. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
A lot of open mics.
There's a lot of open mics. Yeah. No, but there's a Facebook group, and there's groups of people, and they just shit on each other. And like if you post something like, "Hey, I'm going to try to do this comedy festival this year," people start shitting on it immediately, and that's just
The
the nature
festival
of the
itself?
beast.
Yeah.
But it didn't
Yeah.
have to be him; it's anyone.
Yep.
Like his girl could come out with like, "Oh, Lee is an asshole. He's such a bad boyfriend," and she'll write it in that group, and people will actively talk about it, and it's a weird comedy cesspool we live in.
Yeah.
Does that exist in any way in your scene?
Okay, you know what's funny is, yeah, and it's so bad that, so I found out about this from a Facebook group in the Boston comedy scene
Sure,
called
that's right.
Boston Comedians Part 2, because the original one was shut down because the douchebaggery was so over the top. Now, I wasn't even a member of this stuff at the time. In fact, I look at that group, and I just, first of all, comics, you know the theory, like there's a broken child in that comic. There's some trauma,
The whole misery loves comedy.
Yeah, I mean, this comedy was probably a defense mechanism for bullying, or maybe a heavy-handed parent, or just your brother beat the shit out of you, whatever, right? It's like, I feel like when you're doing this stuff, you try to get up there and turn it into funny, right? But at the core, maybe there's depression, anxiety, anger management, whatever. But it comes out from behind a keyboard. And I see comics are supposed to be like, if everything, jokes come from an emotion, right? It's like jokes. The premise has to be like, it comes from like, what's the emotion? The story has anger, or it's sad, or it's funny.
But then I think there's just funny people who don't really care about doing comedy, and it's just like those are the ones who are just, they didn't need all that trauma necessarily. They're just funny individuals. Then you got those victims out there like, oh, I was molested, I was picked on, I need the fucking personality, so I'm gonna act out in a funny way. You're like, well, that's just a victim. Then you got people who are actually born funny. They just look at things differently, just naturally.
Yes.
And those people don't make great comics. Because they don't know how to transfer. The people who are just naturally funny, they don't make great comics because they try to fit in, like with being their funny way, but it doesn't work because everyone else is so desperate for attention and their funniness is all, look at me, I wrote a clever joke.
Yeah.
That's the person who got molested, who's trying to be a comedian. Funny people show up and then get ostracized, don't know how to fucking do it, but they're hilarious.
Yeah.
But they don't know how to work comedy usually.
You know what I'll do to help
Usually.
your career then?
What
I'll
career?
diddle you right after this, and we'll see how well you do.
It didn't help the
Wait, I'm
first
sorry.
time.
Can I interrupt this podcast
Yeah.
to bring in an amazing visual here? There's actually hockey on TV.
There you
no,
go.
it just went to an NBA.
Where-
Now we're watching the
they
fucking
got a lot of
Lakers in
TVs.
Toronto during NHL playoffs.
They got a lot of TVs there. This is so you may not. Well, I guess you wouldn't know the Rec Room. The Rec Room is like you guys have to have a version of it. Is Dave and Buster's American?
Yeah, Dave & Buster's,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is Dave and Buster's. We have Dave and Buster's, but this is downtown.
The
Dave
Rec
and
Room
Buster's.
is a chain. It's like
Is-
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
it's
It's
a
similar
good
to Dave and Buster's.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, that negative thing, I always never understood why people. Because as a comic, I feel like there's no competition for me. If I see a comic, I want him to do great. If I know a buddy like I came up with that makes it,
Yeah.
he's got a Netflix special. I'm like, dude, I know that guy. I might be in the acknowledgments. That might be my greatest comedic achievement is being on someone else's thanks to at the end of a Netflix set.
I'm super interested though that you said you guys are on like your Facebook group number 2. So are we.
Are you
We're
really?
on our second iteration, and it ended for the same
You want to try to
reason.
scramble us
Yeah.
another guest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, am I shit in the bed here?
No.
I'm boring.
It's
No,
just Neil.
Neil left,
Neil
so now
just
we want
walked
somebody
away.
Oh,
Drunk.
you're okay.
Yeah.
I thought you're like pulling in a reliever. I pitched 5 of the third innings.
He's
Walk 7.
While he's away, we'll let you know. And I wasn't supportive of this, but he got shit on in that group. That's why I brought it up a lot because they were like, "Oh, you have an application fee and stuff like that," and they had never heard of it. The part of the problem I had is that most of the people writing on it don't do comedy anymore, or I've never seen them. There was a couple who did.
Well, you got a
but-
new guy on the line.
Yeah,
Introduce
yeah.
yourself, sir.
Hey guys, I'm Matthew Kennedy. I'm from San Jose, California.
Hey, Matthew, how good was it over there fingering my girlfriend? Fucking mustache fuck, I'm watching it.
Hey man, you got the same stash, dude. She just got
I
confused.
know what she
Nobody's
likes,
fault.
and it's you. True. You look like me.
Wait, is this your girlfriend over here?
Oh, her. She's one of them. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's her.
That's her. Okay. She's very nice. She's the one that got me over here.
He looks like a younger, more put together you.
I hate him.
Who's not in a shitty
He
fisherman's
does look like he does look like my shitty older brother.
Yeah.
And you know what? Fuck you with your hat comment. He told me aside before we jump on. You look good in that hat.
I didn't say you
He's
look
like,
good
yo,
in that
you
hat.
phony fat bastard.
I didn't say
Fuck
you look good in that hat. I said the hat fits you.
You phony retard. Shut up. Thanks.
It fits you.
Oh, it's a big fat head joke, brother. I fucked up.
I think your show's going great. I just feel like I'm hanging too much. Do you want me to go get another guy to replace me? Keep it.
No, I'm cool.
You want me to stay?
What?
Basically, third mic at this point.
I'm third mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't feel insecure.
I'm
that
not
we
giving
brought
up,
him
dude.
on.
I'm not going to quit until I'm the fucking host
It's
of
just
this
Neil
thing.
took off. And
Just kidding.
I can tell that you really need this.
Oh yeah. I have 340 Instagram
I can
followers.
tell that you're
dude.
trying to get your daughter back.
300.
And I respect it. So, man, you can have my mic if.
So this is. Are we two micing? Two video shots or?
I
just
just
want
want
to
getting
catch-
the really unflattering angle of the side of your neck.
Yeah. I just wanted to catch both of you.
But this one's actually quite good. It's got some
So
good
where'd
vibes.
you say you're from? San Jose or
Yeah, San Jose.
San Jose.
It's about an hour south from San Francisco.
What's that scene like comedy wise? Or do you have to travel away from there?
San Jose in particular has a lot of good comics. The rooms, for some reason, hate everybody. I don't know what it is. Like we just got
hate
whatever bar we go into, they hate comedy, and unfortunately, there's no other place to do comedy than
Settle
like
up, bud.
bars.
Is it? It's too sunny there, though, right? It's just the weather's too nice for people to be funny. You have to have shit weather.
That's not the case.
I
I
wanna
don't
hear
think.
about
I think
his
you can
journey
be funny
here.
and have like nice weather. You just have
Like
to have a
from
fucked
seeing
up
Neil's
like
post.
life. You know, a lot of
yeah,
people have
yeah.
had fucked up lives in San Jose. It's a thing. You know, it happens.
I gotta say, San Jose has a lot of great comics, but not a lot of great hockey players.
That's true. That's true. Also, San Jose.
We gave the Boston
what-
Bruins gave you the best one you ever had.
Who
The Boston Bruins gave you the best one you ever had.
is that? Marlowe or Thornton?
Thornton?
Yeah.
This is embarrassing that we had Americans on and they're talking hockey and
Yeah,
Leonard
you guys
just
are watching the
glazed
WNBA
over going
in Toronto during
I
NHL
just started learning
playoff
about
season.
hockey this
We're
year
about to get a
because
team.
of my girlfriend.
WNBA team?
your girlfriend in her plaid
Yeah,
shirt.
good. You guys barely like it. Way more than hockey.
We talk about when she's chopping wood.
Has anyone noticed at this table we got two guys that kind of look like the soup Nazi from Seinfeld?
Ah, I like that. I like that.
Okay.
You're the
Here, sit down.
You're the
See the
worst. I'm gonna
camera.
send you to
You want to
Bukele.
see me right next to the guy.
we did have a question for
I
other
in the
comics
shot?
who did this.
What's up, man?
So,
right.
how did you feel? Oh, sorry. What was my third question? How did you hear about the comedy festival? 2, what were you thinking prior to getting here? Whether it was Toronto or doing this, like, how do I think it's going to be really good, or is it going to be whatever? And then, how do you feel right now? Neal is not listening right now.
Okay.
I did ask him,
Okay, go ahead. Ask
but
him.
you can both answer.
All right, Canadian in. What's up?
Yeah, yes, we have a Canadian on now.
I
And
heard
the sea
about.
is warm as fuck.
I heard about the festival just on Facebook.
Yeah.
Neil posted on like every Facebook group. Like
That's
great
what we heard.
Canadian
Yeah,
film,
yeah.
you know, like not film festival, but
So he got to the San Jose comedy scene group and posted in there.
The Bay Area Comedy Network, dude. He posted in every
We were
single.
just talking about Neil's tentacles
Facebook
and
group.
like how far they extended out.
It fucking worked.
It
Like,
worked, yeah.
I knew 5 people that signed up initially, and then 4 of them that dropped. I was like the only person, you know.
But were you like already kind of on your way here? Like, oh, it's just gonna be. You came specifically for the festival.
I came specifically for the festival, and like with hopes that there would actually be comedy here. So like I did the shit.
So
it's
you
real.
weren't kind of involved at all with the oh shit, this might be a scam, because like in Toronto everybody was
anything about
posting
that?
So
how
I
big
got-
this was a scam.
yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Your girl was just telling me. No,
Yeah.
like, no, but she was. She
She's
did
telling
say
me while I was writing down her numbers.
As I was sniffing the back of her neck.
She was like, "Hey, did you know that this was supposed to be a scam?" And I was like, "No way." No, but no, she was like, hella people were saying, like, even in the like the people that I asked around San Francisco and stuff, there was like, are you guys gonna go?
Yo, dude,
They were
this is
I
why I
figured,
had
like-
to come.
yeah.
I had to prove that this
is
is
a real
not
thing.
some
This was for
fucking
you.
real-
This is like, I do not
No.
get scammed.
Yeah, yeah.
I will prove to you, my brothers.
Yeah, that's funny.
I had to
fair,
come.
To be fair, you only had to drive about 2 hours to get here.
These motherfuckers
He came from
flew.
fucking San
They
Jose.
flew. Yo, dude, I bought fucking parking.
Yeah.
I bought my first drink. She's like $88, and she's like, "Oh, I overcharged you. It was supposed to be $17. I'm gonna be
Oh,
feeding
yeah.
you. I'm gonna be feeding you for the rest of the night."
Damn. son.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm on my shit right now.
I will say,
I am on my shit right now.
Yeah, man.
Because
He's on the
yo,
shit.
if it was a scam, she would have left it at $88 and kept quiet, and I would have been like, "Yo, this is Toronto." But no, she
would've
came
worked.
through.
you did
It would've
tell me the story before. He got, for some reason, he thought a double, like, of what, a whiskey?
Yeah, Crown.
Whiskey would cost $88 when
And I
she
was like,
charged
"Where's
him,
the
and
rest
he
of the
didn't go,
bottle?"
Whoa.
Fuck, I guess that's Toronto.
That's
You
Toronto
guys do
price.
40
Yeah, yeah,
bucks
no, no, no,
shots
no, no.
here. No, dude, that's
It's so easy to scam Americans right now.
So how do you feel about Toronto now? And you don't have to do
go ahead.
the dumb, like, oh, I love it here. It's like, you can shout
I like
Toronto.
it here. I do like it here. It's been cool. I've only been here maybe like a day now.
Yeah.
But I couldn't check into my hotel at first, and so I just like walked down the street and I found like this nice jazz bar.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Just walking around, it's not like, you know, a lot of violence, like at least where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I got to look a little harder.
Where are you?
but
What's your, like,
I'm on Kensington right now.
you're on you're in the Kensington area.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on Spadina.
Crack would be more like a drunken or a crackhead would be more likely to see around that area than like
No,
crime.
it's mostly underground, like the subway
I did see
system.
some.
Yeah, yeah,
I did
That's when people act a little bit funnier.
I had breakfast like across from like the it's like a rehabilitation center, but not really. Like
KMH.
Yeah, something like
yeah.
that. Like, you know, a spot where the crackheads hang. You know,
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh,
would
Christie
no,
Pitts Park.
KMH is west of it, but anyway, yeah, we have. There's a few spots. You might be thinking of a smaller.
no,
like,
it's
little
like
condensed
it's an actual,
area for
it's an actual
crackheads?
building. Like,
It's a big building?
It's like a recovery spot where like people can get like methadone or whatever. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's probably KMH.
Yeah.
You were probably at KMH then. Yeah.
So, and that was, you know, whatever. But I mean, being from
Yeah,
San
you're from the
Francisco and
Bay.
yeah,
Yeah, you guys
that's
have
like
crack.
outside our.
So you're
I've done
used to
crack,
seeing
yeah.
a lot of gay junkies around.
Oh,
yeah.
the gayest of junkies.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I-
Kensington. Yeah.
they fall asleep in
Hipstery.
assholes. In,
Yes.
in
Can I just jump
Bay
in?
Area, bro.
Yeah.
Just real quick. I'm East
You've
Coast.
done crack.
Yes.
Okay.
You haven't lived, you know. No, say no to crack. Crack is whack.
Well,
I'm
in
an
Ireland,
80s
actually,
kid.
they
Nancy
have
Reagan,
like a
say
90s
no.
commercial.
There's no fun without a bit of crack. So.
I just want to say one thing. He's West Coast California. Look how pretty he is. Like his hair is all nice. It's just
trying to ignore that right now.
That's California. I mean, it's been distracting.
This shit is
He looks gonna lie.
Yeah.
He looks so good in that camera as well. The light is coming down on him.
Yeah.
That angle's like.
Yeah, no, he looks
He's
beautiful
listening.
right now.
The other thing I wanted to say is I was just outside by the management here. They said they've got to get ready for another function, and we should leave within 10 minutes, and that was 3 minutes ago. That's all I wanted to say.
Perfect.
Also, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
My name is Rick Fink Jr. I have a podcast called Small Town Scuttlebutt. Check it out. Also, a website coming out, Rick Fink Jr. That's it. I just wanted to plug myself. Also, my Venmo is...
You know what?
We're dead.
Something unplugged.
Okay.
So it's dead anyway.
This is like I'm sorry. This is the most. Has to be the most ghettoest podcast.
I think we're done.
Nice.
Oh, you're done. Yeah, now you're done. Now you're done. Yeah, this was turning into the most ghettoest podcast.
Yeah.
During the
Something unplugged this and shut off anyway.
I can show you that.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah. I can show you that.
Oh, you know what's so sad? Is I definitely think his girl's
I'll upload
more
it
into you
probably
than him.
tomorrow.
But also, while you were on, he walked off and he goes, "The guy in blue's funny." You think he's better too?
Wait, you're...
I don't care.
I don't even fucking care, dude. So what? He's better.
It would be worse to pretend it wasn't what it was.
You hit
It wasn't
that
one. He's funny.
the whole festival.